So I've only had this Nissan one day and I've already got cat hairs all over the hood. I wonder who that could be doing that. You, the cat who doesn't live here, just eats and sleeps in my driveway. Say goodbye, YouTube. Go back to sleep. Can't believe the bum's still there. Yeah, I'm talking to you. We're at our garage. Let's see what we're driving this episode. It's the 2017 Nissan Rogue Hybrid. And just so there's no mistake, they put the hybrid emblem on the back so everybody will know what you're driving. A decent looking vehicle, especially with the metallic blue paint. We get another hybrid emblem on the doors. About 8 months ago, we also test drove the Toyota RAV Hybrid. We'll have a link for that at the end of this video. One of the first things we do when we get a test car is take the headlights out and see how they perform, and these are pretty fancy looking. So let's see how they operate right now. It's dark enough, so we'll check out these headlights, see how they perform. Here we have the low beams on a building 100 feet away. A nice spread, a bit weak on the beam, but more than adequate. Now we've got the high beams, more than enough light. Here we have the high beams on a building 300 feet away. Plenty of light. Low beams, just barely making it to the fence line, more than adequate for city use. Overall, I would rate the headlights very good plus. No real complaints. The non-hybrid engine that we tested several months ago has a 2.5 liter engine, putting out to 170 horsepower. The mileage rating for that engine was 25 in the city, 32 on the highway, with 27 mixed, as you can see on the price sticker here. In the real world, we got 23 in the city, 25 in mixed, and 29 on the freeway, and that was with all-wheel drive. On this hybrid car, the total horsepower with the engine and the battery system is 176 horsepower. And here's the rating: 31 in the city, 34 on the highway, and 33 in mixed commuting. It's been my experience that hybrids rarely meet the figures that are on the window stickers, so we're going to drive this in the real world and see what the real fuel economy is, so stay tuned. Let's take a quick look at the cabin. We get a very nice gauge cluster. A super large glove box, thank you very much. A deep side console, thank you again. And what I like about the Rogue are the simple controls. Here are the knobs for the climate. Took me about 10 seconds to figure out. Same with the navigation and sound system. We get 8 more simple to use buttons on the left side of the dash. By the way, the Rogue can be taken off-road. It does have the ground clearance. If you press the magic button here, the all-wheel drive system locks, giving you excellent traction in sand, mud, or snow. There's room for 2 full-size adults in the second row seating, which of course does fold down for cargo space. Like so. Here's the rear cargo area with a storage compartment underneath. And under here, a real spare tire. Thank you very much. Unusual on a hybrid car. Most hybrids don't have spare tires because they don't have room because of the electrics and battery, but not a problem here. That's enough show and tell for now. Tomorrow we're going to start driving this, get some real world fuel economy figures, and see how comfortable it is. I've been driving this car for 3 days. I got 28.4 in heavy city traffic, 28.2 in mixed commuting. And keep in mind, hybrids really don't like heat. In cooler weather, they do about 10% better. As you can see, it's 110 degrees outside. Cool weather, no. If you're looking for an SUV with a quick 0 to 60 mile per hour time, you have a few disadvantages here. For starters, we get a CVT automatic instead of a conventional automatic, and CVTs don't like to be driven hard. Secondly, this hybrid system, the battery pack, motor, all that stuff adds a lot of weight to the vehicle. Something like 450 pounds, last I was told. So we're looking at a vehicle here, even though it's a compact, weighs almost 2 tons. And only 176 horsepower pulling. The only way you can get this vehicle to move is to hit the sport mode button. Not a cure-all, but it helps a little bit. Even so, we're not going to be doing any burnouts, that's for sure. I got this thing floored. This adequate, but not quick. By the way, the brake pedal feel has a bit of sponginess to it, but it's still rather firm and responsive, so I'm not complaining. You get used to it. And even though I'm told this power steering's electric, it has excellent feel, good response. I'm not complaining. I've been driving this for 3 days, and I find the ride to be a bit on the stiff side. We'll demonstrate this by hitting some speed bumps at 25 miles per hour. Ooh, that was a nasty thump. Another one. And here's the big nasty one. Ugh. And there's a worse one around the corner coming up at 25 miles per hour. Wow. So if you want to know why this is riding so stiff, it's easy to find out, because most SUVs have tire pressures around 32 to 34 pounds. On the hybrid, they want you to run 41 pounds, so that's pretty high pressure there. I tested the tire pressures this morning, and they were 41 pounds cold. Now they're around 45 pounds hot because of the hot weather we're having. I'm going to lower the tire pressures down to 33 cold, and then we'll see if it improves the ride quality a bit. We'll also see how it changes the fuel consumption figures. As you can see by the computer screen, we're down to 33 pounds cold. After lowering the tire pressures, I thought the tire pressure warning light might come on, but it's not, so good. And let's try the speed bump test again. This sounds about as bad, but I sure don't feel it. Again, a lot of thumping noises from the tires, but it's not reaching the cabin as bad. Definitely smoother. Okay, it's a day later, and this is a lot more comfortable to drive with the lower tire pressures. We need to rack up some more miles to get the new fuel economy. That's coming up real soon. Okay, previously when I had 41 pounds of air in the tires, I was getting 28 to 28.5 mpg in mixed commuting. Reset the computer. Driving at 33 pounds of air in the tires, my mileage has dropped to 23.5 mpg for the past 100 miles. I'm very shocked. That's about what I was getting off of the non-hybrid Rogue we had about 2 months ago. Actually, the non-hybrid did slightly better at 25 mpg in mixed commuting. Even more interesting. So I think the lesson here is clear. If you're driving a hybrid, you better check those tire pressures. Because by simply going from 41 pounds to 33 pounds, I lost a lot of fuel economy here. In fact, going over the video I did on the standard Rogue 2 months ago, I was getting 25 mpg in mixed city commuting and 28 to 29 on the highway. So if I'm only getting 23 mpg in mixed commuting, that's actually worse. Not good. I guess we're going to have to fill up these tires with 41 pounds of air tonight and put it back to spec. Here's my take on the Rogue Hybrid. If you're doing a lot of highway driving, the fuel economy wasn't much different from the non-hybrid, around 28 to 29 mpg. If you're doing a lot of mixed commuting, the difference was 25 mpg for the non-hybrid and 28 to 29 for this hybrid. If you do lots of city driving, the mileage on the non-hybrid was 23 mpg, and the mileage on this was around 28. In fact, all my driving on this city mixed commuting highway was around 28 to 29 mpg. That was with the tires properly inflated, of course. So the only way you're really going to save money by going to this hybrid over the non-hybrid is doing lots of city driving. But basically that applies to all hybrid cars anyway. They do work better in city driving, not so much on highway driving. If you want to see how this compares to the Toyota RAV hybrid we had, we'll have that video coming up right now.